Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar,
and you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. Happy Monday. We have come off of a blink of a weekend. Nikki, we were just talking. I just blinked and it is Monday already. And I'm not cool with it. I'm going to tell you the truth. Somebody give me my weekend back. Because
I have said time again, who decided work 5 days a week and rest 2?
Who?
Where is that person?
How can you even rest for 2 days is my question. Whoever decided that this was going to be how we're supposed to function, come to the front of the room because we got questions and I would like to speak to you face to face, one-on-one. But good morning, everyone. We are back at it because, hey, it's what we do. And today is Coach's Corner, and I've got the coach right there. Miss Morningstar will be joining us a little later. Y'all know she has a senior, and that senior, my niece, she keeps my sister busy because she's getting ready to, start that journey of adulthood, and she's getting all her ducks in a row. And I am so proud of this young lady. So Miss Morningstar will be joining us just a little later. I want to say good evening to our friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You guys know that we are recording for the Monday morning show on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. We truly appreciate you. With that being said, let me give you guys your daily reminder to, as soon as you wake up, brush your teeth and get you 16 ounces of water in your system immediately. Trust me, you need it. Take your morning medication, get your vitamins in, have you a great breakfast. Hello, everyone joining us on TikTok. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. All right, so we're going to get right into these affirmations. It is still Women's Month, not week, month. We actually need a full year, if you ask me, but that's neither here nor there. And our guest co-host today, Coach Nikki, has those affirmations for you. So Coach Nikki, go ahead, come off mute, say your good mornings, and hit us with those affirmations that we need, honey.
Yes, good morning, Memphis, Tennessee, and Holly Springs, Mississippi. Y'all don't have to excuse my voice. We were celebrating my friend's 40th birthday. 2 of my friends have birthdays. Actually, I have 3 birthdays that are back to back. My sister's is the 17th. One friend's is the 18th, and another friend's is the 19th. So the 18th and the 19th, we all got together this past weekend and celebrated. And you talk about time flying, Kitty, and Morningstar and her daughter. I walked into the kitchen and saw my friend's son, who I haven't seen in a long time. I mean, and he was like, is that Marcus?
Doesn't it just amaze you how quickly these kids grow?
Yeah, and I'm like, Marcus? So he's looking like, who is this crazy lady? But time, it really does fly in the blink of an eye. It's just gone. So, and on that note, y'all make sure y'all enjoy yourselves.
Please.
But enjoy yourselves. Have a good time. Like my daughter says, and shout out to Fox 5 News again, because they re-aired our episode back from September. So that was on The Good Word this afternoon. Like my daughter said, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So have some fun. Have some fun, okay, while you're here. Find you something fun to do while you're here on Earth. But yes, It is still Women's Month, and I do have 7 affirmations for you all to carry with you throughout this week. So 7 Women's Month affirmations. The first one is, I honor the strength of the women who came before me and the power of the woman I am becoming.
Yes.
Number 2 is, my voice matters, my presence is powerful, and my purpose is necessary.
Amen.
Because it is. Number 3, I am worthy of success, respect, and opportunities that align with my highest self. Okay.
Amen. Yes, I like that one.
Number 4, I celebrate my resilience. Every challenge I faced has shaped my greatness. Number 5, I give myself permission. I love giving myself permission, y'all. I give myself permission to take up space, lead boldly, and walk confidently in my truth. Number 6, I uplift, and I'll post these if you guys want them. I uplift other women because there is room for all of us to rise together. And finally, number 7, I am building a legacy of courage, growth, and empowerment for the women who will follow me.
Oh, yes. Love them. 7 affirmations for 7 days in a week. You know what? Thank you, Nikki. Coach Nikki. That is what it's about. Uplifting and giving us the word that we need. You know, we're starting off the week on a positive note, irregardless to everything.
Indeed.
I don't care what's going on. We stay positive and we give ourselves grace because we will make mistakes. That's part of life. So thank you once again. All right, let's hop into this weather. I hear there was some ugly weather on the East Coast and some of our southern states. I mean, snow.
We went from an 85-degree day to the next day was snowing.
What? Excuse me, Mother Nature. Are you cool? Are we all right? I thought we were better than this because the weather is weathering. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 41, a low of 23. Feels like 33 during the day, 24 at night. That's cold. Hold on, 33. That is freezing. You have a 3% chance of rain. Winds out of the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's going to be cloudy in the morning and sunny in the afternoon. Humidity is moderate during the day and high at night, and air quality is poor. Memphis, Tennessee, high today of 41, low of 24. Feels like 33 during the day, 24 at night. Grab your jackets. My goodness. 2% chance of rain. Winds out of the northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Clouds in the morning, afternoon sun. Humidity is moderate all day long and air quality is poor. I thought we were coming up on spring. I guess Mother Nature said, think again. H-Town, Houston. I can't even call you high to Houston right about now. High today of 56, a low of 50. I'm not with this. Who voted for this? Low of 51 during the day, 44 at night. That's not okay. Who do I need? May I speak to the manager, please? Winds are out of the north at 15 to 25 miles per hour. It is going to be cloudy pretty much all day. Humidity is low all day and air quality is poor. Excuse me. I thought we had agreed that spring had came in and we was getting ready for spring. And, you know, I was wear and get ready for the cute and all that. And now you mean to tell me we back in the 50s and in Holly Springs and Memphis, y'all are in the 30s. Oh no. And Coach Nikki, did you say that it's snowing where?
It was. We had it. Oh, the weather is jacked all the way up this week. It's going to be
Nikki?
60s, 70s.
Oh, I think Coach Nikki knows it. I don't.
40 or 30. It's just been jacked up. The last 2 weeks it's been jacked up. We had an 85-degree day. The next day it was snowing, and it stuck.
Oh no, that no one saw
same kind of foolishness this week. I just got a text message. Let me actually read it to you. This is the text message that came from Fairfax County.
Has good weather. The last I checked, we had good weather. So I'm not sure what's going on. I know that we're actually having a little technical difficulty as well, Coach Nikki, because you and I keep coming in and out. I don't know what's going on, but
wow.
Maybe,
can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but it was glitching just a little bit, We're back in stride again, but
we have high winds here, so that might have something to do with it. The wind,
wind
is crazy right now outside.
Yeah.
in this area in general. But I did just receive a message saying that all Fairfax County Public Schools are going to be closed 3 hours early due to severe weather.
Oh, see, I'm not with this. Yeah, Sparkle Kicks, I'm going to have to agree that the weather is a little bipolar right now. Well, the country's a little bipolar as well. I mean, we are dealing with the man with the black hands, and he decided to go over and mess with Canada, and Canada pulled a Uno reverse on him because he thought that he was going to freeze several million, 89 million, I'm sorry, 89 billion with a B, um, of their money. And Canada was smart enough. They started moving their money 90 days ago. So all they got was, I believe, $14 billion. But they were going to try and freeze $89 billion. And so when they did that, other countries said, oh, hold on. Because if you do it to Canada, you'll do it to me, just like any bad person in a bad relationship. If you do it to me, if you do it to them, you'll do it to me. So other countries are like, let me move my money as well. Where do I move my money? Go ahead, Coach Nikki.
Can I just say, Kitty, that I wish that other countries could watch this show, so that they would understand that we are not on board with this foolishness. I need them to understand just how you just said just now. Like, I am happy that Canada fought fast and they were.
Me too.
But I wish that other countries could see this show and understand that we're not on the same accord. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. Share, okay, share it out. Share the links. I need them to understand that. I think it's I don't want to say the majority because I think we're half and half, but many of us.
No, we're not half and half. It's the majority.
Good.
Majority of America.
I didn't know the facts, so I didn't want to misspeak. But I really do appreciate that. And I need these other countries to know that y'all get him.
Yeah, please. Well, I need Iran. If any other countries, I'm speaking specifically to my brothers in Iran, I come in peace. Okay, please understand that we did not sign up. I didn't even vote for the man. I voted for the black lady. She wouldn't have been over there messing with y'all at all. This man, this administration has decided to dig into the mud, and when you lay down with dogs, you end up with fleas and all that good stuff. They decided that they wanted to go over and mess with folks. Where's the president of Venezuela and his wife? Where are they at? There's so many things, so many questions that we could ask, but I'm going to start with some breaking news. Okay, so just a few things. The FCC chair threatens broadcasters over Iran war coverage. So the FCC wants us, people who report the news, they want to silence our voices and tell us what we can and cannot say. They want us to make sure that we follow the rules. And, Frumpy has gotten all his people to buy up all mainstream media. So what you see on mainstream media is what they want you to see. It's up to you to do the digging. And thank goodness we have social media. Social media is telling us exactly what it is. And in other countries, it is a belt to behind situation for America. I mean, the man, I will never forget, as long as I live, that man said, that reporter asked him, so what are you going to do if, America puts boots on the ground? That man sat back and said, we waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all. And then he smiled. In other words, they are not scared of Americans. They have already shut down the Strait of Hormuz. Gas prices are out the roof. Out the roof. Right now, we are having to, unfortunately, fill up our cars. We fill up our cars on Sundays to make sure that we have enough gas for the week. Fill up our cars, and I was at maybe just a little bit under a half a tank. It took me $60 to fill up my truck. Normally, it takes me $60 to fill up my vehicle when I'm on empty. So half a tank was $60. This is ridiculous. It just came from the grocery store. Sure did. $263 later. And where is our money from these tariffs that we have found out should not have been charged because the Supreme Court said that they're illegal? So are we going to get paid back? You know, the corporations are asking for their money back, but they pass those prices on down to the American citizens. I would like to have a refund. But instead, we have a president who is taking money from everything that the American people have put into. We pay our taxes to pay for schools and roads and infrastructure and to make sure that we have people can eat. And he has emptied the piggy bank. That is why, in my opinion, he is going after Canada, trying to get their money. Canada said, uno reverse. No, thank you. You will not get our $89 billion. You got $14 billion out of reserves, and they had already reserved for that. So it didn't hit their bottom. Oh my goodness. The level, Coach Nick. I don't know how much more American can truly take, because he is constantly, it's like he's got his finger in everything. You know, let me put my finger over here, and ain't washed none of his hands. Ain't washed his hands, don't care about washing his hands, don't want to wash his hands. Got his fingers in everybody's, putting his finger in the Kool-Aid, in the potato salad, putting his finger everywhere, and ain't washed none of his hands. Just nasty work. Anywho,
Let me tell you though, on a lighter note, I have laughed about the shoes probably for a week straight. I laughed in here, and then we got in. Shout out to Darian, and thank you, Kitty, for introducing me to that man's page. Got in there and hollered and screamed. And now I can't even take it seriously. I'm watching the report before we started the show. I said when I turned on, YouTube, and I was looking at what was going on, and I looked down at his shoes. I couldn't even focus on what was going on because I'm like,
sir,
let me see these shoes.
Do you have toilet paper stuffed in the front of your shoes, or is it newspaper? Because I can't get over it either.
Like, come on. How do y'all, the clown shoes are hilarious, T-Wiz. How do y'all let somebody, I'm going to use the word bully you into come on. And then no consideration, none at all. But you know what I did read also, y'all, for those of you who do not know, I am a retired healthcare professional, and I worked in stroke and head injury many times, or for many years.
Speak up.
Very familiar with dementia and things like that, like what goes on. This is a representation of the end stages of that disease. To start doing things like that, to gift people your favorite things, that is a sign, a sure sign that the end is near. Because I'm not fooling with you, Kitty. But look it up, if y'all are interested in, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us are it's so crazy, the name just Sundown just popped up. But like that Sundowners is something, But yeah, look at Sparkle said, hurry up. And if you're interested in looking that up and researching how dementia affects the mind and also your behaviors, this is a sign of things slowly coming to an end.
Come through signs. Like
y'all said, he uses the bathroom on himself, like, so that
yeah, let the end be near real soon. I feel that T-Wiz in my heart, honey, in my heart. I already got my outfit picked out for that final blink, baby. I think I'm gonna have to take off like 3 or 4. What? Final blink. I think I'm gonna have to take off for like 3 or 4 days. I ain't gonna be no good at work. None.
Amen.
I'm not gonna be any good at work. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do my reports because I'm gonna be too giddy. They'll probably take coffee away from me because I'm gonna be off the chain. I'm gonna try not to be manic because I will be so happy. But anywho, I have another one. Republican Rep Kevin Kiley quits party, shrinking the GOP's House tiny majority to just one vote. Baby, I mean, it's just when the walls fall down. Where's my sister, Powerful Black Woman? Powerful Black Woman has been saying this for months now. The end, baby, they have done it to themselves. They cannot blame anybody for all of the messes going on within that party except themselves. And I do believe that my girl, or their girl, Lindsey Graham, she said that if he got into the Republican Party, he would destroy it. It was either Lady Lindsey, or Rubio. One of them, Marco Big Shoes Rubio, or Rudy. One of them said that it would be the end of the Republican Party, and I'm watching it unfold just like this in my Crooklyn view. That's one of me and my kids' favorite movie, in Crooklyn. And when she puts her hands in her palms and she's just watching, that's how I'm watching America. And this party, yeah, they are down to one vote. So, lame duck president, midterms gonna come through. I will say congratulations. And yes, Holly Springs, yes, Mississippi, you guys voted for Scott Colum, the young man we had on the show, and he won his primary. Yay, Scott. I wish I could vote for Scott. I really do. But it sounds like the family in Mississippi has spoken. Y'all continue to go to the polls and continue to bring it on home. We got to take a quick commercial break, Coach Nikki. And then when we come back, we can jump right into stop ignoring red flags and breaking your own heart. So you are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
We believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection on WKRA 2.7, The Change. So, Nikki, we are going to get into stop ignoring red flags and breaking your own heart. What does that even mean? Go ahead and explain that to me.
You know, all of us have ignored a red flag or two or three or four.
We have.
We've done it, and we do it because we justify that red flag, and we decide in our minds that the flag is purple or pink, or or maybe it's me that's looking at it the wrong way. And so this is how we end up ignoring flags, and some other people that ignore flags because they feel like they don't want to judge somebody. So we're always given the benefit of the doubt, and I think that in certain instances there are certain
technical.
Oh, are we again? Okay.
Yeah, and it's fine. Just keep talking.
Okay.
Let's just talk through it.
Cool.
Hopefully,
cool.
pull it together.
Awesome. But I think that sometimes we will excuse somebody's behavior in fear of judging them. However, acknowledging a red flags are your information. That's your information to either halt, stop, don't go any further. Just like your nervous system is your body's antenna to tell you, whether to stay in a situation or whether to go, whether to leave. Red flags are information that someone else gives you and allows you the opportunity to walk away. But because we don't choose to take heed to the information that's being given to us, we end up ignoring them, and then we end up in these situations where our hearts are broken or the relationship is messed up, and now we're like, you know what, I saw the signs before. We have a saying that's called hindsight is 2020. Of course, looking back at everything, it makes so much more sense because we often know in most situations when we're not supposed to be somewhere and who we're not supposed to be with. However, we love to give excuses. We love to paint a red flag green. We love to paint a red flag pink, and we love to decide that this isn't that bad. And this is what the message that you send yourself and others. I'm accepting this behavior. I'm accepting this treatment. So we got to get out of the mindset of thinking that a red flag is an attack on a person versus it just being information.
Exactly. Well, I think that some people see it as, oh, well, it doesn't apply to my person. Instead of looking and seeing this person truly has those red flags, and unfortunately a lot of people are just in denial.
And I get it, because you want to make things, sometimes you want to make something work. So just sometimes, a lot of times people want something to work so much so that they will ignore absolutely everything falling down in front of them. Like we pray for all these signs, and while we're waiting for the entire tree to fall down, there's been acorns that's been falling from that same tree in front of you this entire time. But you decided, no, that's not a big enough sign for me to walk away. And I understand, but understand that when we're in positions like that, you're actually in love with the idea of being with someone. You're not in love with that person or that you deeply care about, huh?
That's a tough situation to be in.
It is a tough situation. I've been in it. You know what I mean?
We all have.
Been in it. And I speak freely about my experiences because we will love something so much. And then also, let's keep it real. We get lazy. We do. I have said so many times, I hate dating. I hate that interview stuff. I hate that. I don't care. Like, I just want to walk around with a t-shirt that say favorite color, blue, favorite food, blah, blah, like just here. This is what it is. You know what I mean? But I hate it. Annoys me so much. And so sometimes because that is your mindset and because that is how you feel about things. Hey, Morningstar, because that's how you feel about things. DM, hey, you will stay in a situation that's not what's best for you. just because you think you can feel the physical exhaustion. Think about leaving a situation, or think about leaving a relationship that you probably know you want to leave, but you've invested time in it. You've been here. You feel like you done built this person up. And I hear a lot of women say, I'm not about to fix this man for the next person. I've heard that. I've also said that before when I was married too. You know, it is a real thing, but we get lazy. And by us being lazy, we end up breaking our own hearts, ignoring all the signs that say, go this way, and staying in a situation that's not good for us or conducive to our well-being.
You're right. You're right. And when you recognize that, I think that a lot of us talk ourselves out of it. You know, especially when you're younger. When you're a little bit older, you're just like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm in my 50s, so it's like there's only a limited amount of crazy that I can deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Because after 50 years, you've seen a lot of crazy. You've seen different personalities, you've seen the ups and downs, and you've seen the red flags. But even grown people, even seasoned people, are still making excuses. And it's I hate that we are put in a position where, instead of us being able to say, you know what, yes, this is a red flag, I don't want to deal with this, I'm stronger than this, I'm going to walk away from this, we say, oh well, maybe, just maybe, I'm overthinking it, not realizing that intuition that every person, not just women, every person, now women's intuition is a lot stronger than men. And from my experience. But that intuition we choose to ignore because the heart wants what it wants. And someone told me years ago, you cannot help who you fall in love with, but you can help who you stay in love with. You know, the number one person that you need to fall in love with is yourself. And if you don't love yourself more than you love somebody else, please get into therapy and figure out why.
Yeah.
You know, and you think about it. Oh, I love him so much and I'll do anything for him. Oh, I love her so much and I'll do anything for her. When you need to say that to yourself first. I love me so much that I'll do anything for me. And number one, that is protecting my peace and guarding my heart.
Absolutely.
Instead, we put those red flags down for fear of being alone. And I think that is it. No one wants to walk this journey alone.
Absolutely not. You know, and you wouldn't be surprised, because I know that you know this, but there are people that are terrified of being lonely. I mean, it's a fear that is ingrained in their system, the core of them, whether they witness a parent or a family member go through something like that, there's a fear. Also, one thing, and I have to show compassion for anybody that is stuck in a situation because you're stuck in a cycle. I was talking to a friend the other night and I was explaining, and she was saying how she's like, no, there had to be signs, you know, that things were wrong, because this actual situation ended up violently. And so I was telling her, I was like, you'd be surprised how people get, I said, there's something called Stockholm syndrome. You would be surprised by, and this is a more acute version of ignoring a red flag. This is a more severe, but also it can lead to that. You start to ignore the simple, small things, and you're also, like I said, you're sending yourself a message, you're sending this person a message, you're sending the world a message that I'm okay accepting this. So you're telling this person, all right, you can get away with that. You can get away with that. You going, what they say, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Some people are like that, unfortunately. But I want to show compassion for people who are in situations like this, and you're in this cycle. Understand that most of us growing up, you were taught to fit in. You were taught to belong. I speak to Maslow's hierarchy of needs a lot of times about safety, security, belonging, love. Like these are things that we require to thrive in life and to feel like we are part of something. It's just basic human needs. And so I understand that a lot of people, you were told to just fit in. You were told to be nice to everybody. You weren't told value yourself, prioritize yourself, put yourself first. No, please. you know. And then I grew up with so many siblings. I have 6 from my mother-in-law. There were 7 of us, but I had a brother pass. But I have brothers from my dad as well. There's 10 of us total. And I'm the oldest of everybody. What do you think I was taught? Share. We can't make excuses, you know, for being understanding, because I feel like I'm an understanding person myself, and to a certain extent. And now I got to know that you're rushing all over me. But at the same time, I got to show compassion, because I understand you can be stuck. You can be stuck in a cycle, being mistreated by somebody, because you either don't understand your value yet, was never taught it. Unlearning and relearning, conditioning. These are things that we go through in life. Unlearning and relearning. A lot of people are unlearning the things that they grew up being taught, as you know, maybe in their 30s. I feel like I was like 8 years old, you know, when I really started pouring into me like I needed to, when I really started recognizing my value. And so, and sometimes in these situations, when this is new to you, you start to question that a little bit. You don't quite trust yourself all the way, because you're like, this is new to me, prioritizing myself. But I want you to pay attention to the sensation your body actually gets when you start saying no. When you start saying, I'm not going to do that. When you start saying, I don't have the capacity to deal with that right now. When you start to say, I am worth more than that. I am worth more than that. Just look at how your body feels when you actually choose you. And there are certain, and there's a difference, y'all. Ms. Sparkle said, I love saying no. There's a difference in, you know, being selfish and prioritizing yourself. There's a difference. You know, I'm not saying say no all the time. You got a perfect relationship, or whatever perfect is to you. I'm saying these people that are in these situations, in these toxic cycles, where, you know, somebody is laughing at your pain. We had a segment where we talked about toxic relationships and people, you know, making jokes over or calling you too sensitive when you want to bring up something. You know, talked about gaslighting and things like that. If this is the situation that you're in, it's okay for you to say no. I want you, and then see how that person responds to you. See how that situation is going to be after that. Once you say no, and once you say, you know what, no, I'm of more. Matter of fact, y'all, I got something for you. Say, I am of more value than that. I am of more value than what you are treating me. It's okay for you to do that. Okay, it is absolutely okay for you to do that.
So that's an exercise for everyone. You know, if you are, let's put it to test this week. If you are put in a position where you have to do something that you really and truly don't want to do, say no. And just sit back and watch how that person responds to that no. If that person can accept that no and still act as if they have an ounce of sense and they're not being ugly towards you, that is not a red flag. That is somebody saying, okay, I respect your decision. But if you say no to someone and they treat you as if you have never been there for them, that is your red flag. That is your red flag to say, you know what? Let me take a step back, because you no longer are putting yourself first. You're actually putting what they want you to do before what you want to do or have agreed to do.
Mm-hmm.
No one should make you feel guilty for saying no. Hey, powerful Black woman.
Hey,
Hello, Jamillionaire. If people have an issue with you saying no, realize that that is your red flag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, and deal with it accordingly. Because why are we bending over backwards for people who will not bend over backwards for us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we have to be smart when it comes to recognizing bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when I hear red flags, that is exactly what it is. Bad behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't give me an excuse on why, or
Why you
gaslight
mistreating
me.
me?
Yes. No. Well, you made me. I didn't make you do anything. Everybody has free will. God gave everybody one thing, no matter your nationality, your sex, your uh what is it, your occupation, anything. We all have free will.
Mm-hmm.
We have the will to do whatever it is that we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And people who try and take advantage and manipulate you. Those are the red flags, in my opinion. What say you, Nikki?
Indeed, I agree. I highly agree. Actually, you have a list of what it looks like, a different type of red flags that you should be paying attention to. And this is not just in romantic relationships, this is in familiar relationships as well, platonic relationships, inconsistent communication, disrespect disguised as humor. This is what I was talking about earlier when we had a different segment and we were talking about, bringing up conversations with a person and they decide, because if you say that, oh, that hurt me, and they say, oh, you're too sensitive. Oh, isn't that deep? Love bombing followed by distance, blaming everybody else for their problems. Those are major red flags that come. And red flags, y'all, they're warnings. They're not challenges for you to fix.
Absolutely.
Challenges for you to fix. Jamel, I don't know if you meant to request that, but I'm going to put it down real quick. But do not take on somebody's red flags or somebody's issues, if you will, as your personal challenge. Stop. Yeah. I have been too understanding in situations, in circumstances, in my own personal life, and it has burned me. Oh no, you know what? She's just from this. Stop.
Yeah. Please stop.
Stop. We started this year talking about not needing a new year, but needing new standards. And when you start to raise your standards as far as how you treat yourself, this is all self-love, self-care, self-value. This is all in that, this is all in that same realm. And when you start to raise your standards, you will start to notice red flags a lot quicker. I need you all. It's so important for you to move away when somebody shows you signs of red flags, because like I said, there is something called Stockholm syndrome. You can absolutely be in love with your captor. And I'm going to call it just like that.
Because that's what it is.
Because that's what it is. You can be in love with your biggest pain source in your life because you decided long ago. However, and I don't think it takes very long. There's something called grooming. Just like I said, inconsistent communication, love bombing, and then distant. We women mainly get in these situations where they're being gifted all the time, but the person doesn't call, the person doesn't come by to see, the communication is poor, but because you feel like you're being treated so well because they're buying you everything and things like that, and they're breadcrumbing you, that's what that's called, and they're breadcrumbing you, you end up staying. These relationships turn into abusive relationships.
They do. And the one thing that I've always said to myself is, if somebody feels that they can persuade me through material gifts, I can buy my own gifts. Mm-hmm. What I can't buy is you respecting me. Mm-hmm. I don't need you to buy me anything. Mm-hmm. I need you to respect me. Now, if you choose to buy me something, that's great. But that does not negate the fact that I need you to respect me.
Yeah.
And the slide comments or the ignored phone calls or the lack of communication. I remember, in my early 20s, after I had, I'm not going to get into all my business, but before I married my husband and I was dating, and my husband was consistent. I'm just going to put it out there. He was consistent. Other people that I was seeing in my past, be once or twice, I'm going to give you a phone call and let's go out. We're friends at that point because I'm hanging out with my homeboy because how is this? Yes, pen pals. How is this a relationship if I only see you or I only people only do, and my daddy taught me this, especially men. Men know the woman that they want to be with. They see her, they know instantly that's the woman that I want to be with. It doesn't take years. It doesn't take 5 years for courting or dating or, let me get to know you. No. And a man will pursue you because he wants to be with you. And people only do what they want to do. So, but we have another group of people who will gaslight you, who will keep you around because for whatever reason, they need that piece of you in their lives, but it's not long term. So, and this is not everybody because people are different. But I'm saying from my experience, those were the red flags, and I learned that in my 20s. It was like if I give you my number and we go out, and then I don't, baby, the way that my block list was set up, you had 7 days, 7 long days. Tony Braxton said it
7
best.
long
If
days.
you have, thank you. If you haven't contacted me in 7 days, you will never contact me again.
But what you get my number
Never.
for? Like what you bothering me for? You could have just let me keep on walking by.
But I think that a lot of people try to see what they can get away with,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the saddest part.
It's that, and to see if they still got it. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People want to see if they still got it. We're not going to act like it's not flattering for somebody to approach us, or look at us twice when we're out. That's just the human ego in general. But I think that some people play that game, and they play a dangerous game, because you have people that are playing like that, but then you have people on the other hand that actually want a relationship, that actually want that romance, and may have been a little bit hopeful about the encounter. So stop playing with people, y'all.
And you never know where somebody's head is at, because you may play with the wrong person who may not take it, kindly. And nowadays people are snapping. And the movie Snapped was made for a reason. There are a lot of people who can't take that. You played with my heart, you played with my emotions, and now I'm going to deal with you the best way I know how. And now, your mom is picking out a black dress, and that's unfortunate. But it does happen. Unfortunately, I know for myself personally, I didn't want to have to deal with the drama of it all. Dating was hard for me. I'll be honest with you. Number one, I don't like to get to know people, and uh, I'm gonna say it. Men have always scared me. They have, because men are. I won't say weird,
Mm-hmm.
but they've always scared me, because you really never know going on that date what type of person that is, because you're just now getting to know them. So I've always been a little like
Hesitant. Okay.
very hesitant. My husband was very lucky. He had to stalk me, and he knows it. He had to stalk me.
He was consistent and persistent. Okay.
He was consistent and persistent.
Okay.
But let me tell y'all my biggest red flag, and we're gonna go to a commercial break really quick. The biggest red flag, and this should be every person's red flag. The biggest red flag ever is a married person. If they're already married, that's a red flag, because the person, if they'll do it to you, if they'll do it to that other person, they'll do it to you. Red flag. Red starts with an R. Run starts with an R as well. Let's go to a commercial break. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The Community Connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com, because Mississippi matters.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
I'm Teresa St. John's. I'm an R&B neo-soul songwriter originally from Southern Mississippi. Thursday, March 12th, from 7 to 7:15 p.m., I get the grand opportunity to talk to DJ Kitty and her team, the Our Plugs Network, about my musical journey. Hopefully you'll be able to tune in then. That's Thursday from 7 to 7:15 on March 12th. Hopefully we'll hear from you then, and the WKRA 92.7 network. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. So, Nikki, what are some red flags for you? I already said married people.
I absolutely loathe. Do not hang up on me when we're in the middle of a conversation, because are you not mature enough to have this conversation? And then if I have to call you back several times, and gaslighting is one, stonewalling. So disrespecting me, getting your point off and then getting off the phone and deciding that I like what I have to say has no value to the conversation, and stonewalling for sure. That's one of the highest forms of disrespect to me.
I think I stopped listening after hanging up on me.
Right?
Because if you hang up on me, we will not talk.
No matter what's happening, it's childlike. You're an adult. Stay in the space. Stay in the space and let's talk it through. Why? But you hang up because you've decided that you're done listening. It's immature for me. Stonewalling, I can't stand it. Do not do that. That is a major red flag for me. But I too have ignored that flag. I've ignored that flag. Like, oh, they wouldn't do it again. We'll have a conversation about it, and I'll let them know. I'll share with them that's a a major no for me in relationships, and we'll be fine. Back to the drawing board. Right back to it again. Yeah. I found myself saying, make sure the next time that you do that you stay gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you stay gone.
Miss Jack said, if you hang up on me, you must not want to talk
forever
again. That's true. Because why would you hang up on someone if you're having a conversation and you guys are just talking about something that you may not agree on, but being a mature adult and have that conversation. Hanging up and another red flag is yelling. Do not raise your voice. We are adults. I don't do well with getting yelled at all. Thank you for joining the team, Sean. I don't do well with being yelled at. That bothers me, because then my senses are heightened.
Yeah.
Let's have adult conversations. Now, unfortunately, I think a lot of this happened when we were like in our 20s. And when you go from being a teenager to your 20s and you're still a young adult. So you're becoming the person that you're going to be, and you're trying to learn yourself and learn others. So you learn all of these and you pretty much see a lot of the red flags in your 20s. But when you're in your 30s, you should have learned. And when you're in your 40s, if you haven't learned, it's going to be a hard knock life. Now, let me tell y'all something. A lot of men are in their, even the guys that I went to school with, a lot of men that I know are in their 50s and 60s. They are alone because they felt that all their lives they could continue to do the same shenanigans and get away with it. And women have steered clear of them. So now you see a lot of these older men. And my brothers, if you don't want to live your life alone, and when you get older, you have no one to, make sure that you take your medication, make sure you eat at night, make sure that you have somebody to, pillow talk with, not Friday night special. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
It's I agree with you. You're making a great point. It's a lot of people that feel like I had one in my family, and I will not say who they are, but thinking that you're gonna be young forever.
Girl,
always gonna be in this space. Grow up. Grow up, taking everything for granted, taking advantage of everything. Thank you, Jamil. Taking advantage of everything, taking advantage of the people that come into your life, acting like they're disposable, discarding people's feelings, their emotions, hanging up, at one day you're going to meet you. One day you're going to meet you. If you're lucky enough, one day you're going to meet you, and you're going to experience the pain that you put everybody else through.
Be prepared.
But I don't think people, and it's a lot of people, I don't think it's just men too, but there's men and women all across the board. People do not take life seriously enough. They think that they're going to be that same, however old person, and I'm going to still be cool. You ever heard of, there's people who are still walking around like they're grown people, like, back in my day, I was this. In high school, I was this, because that's the highlight of their lives.
Yeah.
And they're stuck there.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
They're stuck there. And it's sad. It's sad. Those people will be forever alone or lonely, because there's a difference between being alone and lonely, y'all. But those people will be lonely. And that is a great point. Stop playing with people. Stop with these red flags of you're not always going to be flying sexy. Okay. That diaper going to need to be changed one day. You know what I mean? Like, look at our president. Wife can't stand him. Wife can't stand him.
Hold on.
He's not a good person.
Stop. Everybody bow your eyes and close your head. Lord, please don't let us ever have to deal with diaper issues like that fat man with them black hands and them swollen ankles and that diaper rash on his neck. Amen. Amen. I'm just saying.
It's just something that people don't consider. You think you're just going to be this for
forever.
And you don't consider, and you also don't consider the people that actually love and care for you. You think that you're just going to be cool and young and with it forever. It's going to come a time. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. I just learned one of my friends' husband had a stroke, 2 strokes.
Yeah.
It's like and this is a vibrant, beautiful couple. And it's just like, you don't think about what could go wrong. Everybody has plans for their lives, and I want to have this, and I'm going to be doing this, and life going to happen to everybody. And I don't wish sickness or illness on anyone, but anything could happen at any time.
And it happens.
And are you going to be prepared? Are you even going to have anybody to come to your aid because you've been a jerk your entire life?
Or are you going to have to call a home healthcare nurse yourself and try and figure it out, or talk to a caseworker yourself? You need someone to speak for you on your behalf, but you have to be good to people. Mm-hmm. People don't stick around when you are throwing red flags, you're not even throwing them out. You passing them out like Tic Tacs. A red flag will keep you lonely. Okay, lonely flags is what they need to call them, because that's exactly what it is. Be good to people if you want people to be good to you. If you want people to continue to look at you and be like, nah, player, I'm good on all those fronts. You continue to do the same thing you're doing. And a friend of mine told me years ago that a man will always compare the next women in their lives to that one that got away because they treated her
like
so
trash.
badly. Stop that, young men. Please stop that. Karma's real. Karma is real, and I try and treat people the way I want to be treated. I have more years behind me than I do in front of me, and I got things to do. And I look, I have no intentions on seeing that man with them black hands in hell and BB either. So I'm gonna try my best to do what I can so I can get up there with my mom and my daddy and my grandma and my family, my ancestors, and let them folks like the man, black hands, and BB in action. Y'all know who BB is? Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel. It's not real. Yeah, Israel. I heard he's missing. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want tick tock, tactic, all of that to take us down. But yeah, he's missing.
Wow. Sparkle Kick says, say swear.
With respect. Treat them with respect and you'll get respect. You treat them with disrespect, you get what you get. I mean, look at the folks who voted for the man with the diaper rash. They going through it. I really and truly don't want any of them to go through it. Although I feel like you get what you pay for. And if you decided to bring that demon back in the office, well, you made your bed. I guess you got to lie in it. Anyway, Nikki, what is your say swear? What is your suggestion to those who are trying to get out of a situation where they see multiple red flags, but they don't know exactly what to do about them?
My first instinct would be to say something to somebody. A lot of people that are in these situations don't like to talk about their relationship to anybody. And also, if you are having conversations, you're probably having the girl talk conversations and making light of the situation. And these people are disregarding it, thinking that that's just something y'all do. This is how you get labeled the toxic couple. I think that you should say something to somebody of sound mind. I also think that you should trust your intuition. You know how it feels to be treated kindly. If strangers at work can treat you nicely, why can't the person you laying down with?
A word. That is so true. If a stranger is treating me better than the person I snore in his face with, oh my goodness, it's time to definitely move around. And yeah, it's time to pack a bag. Well, I don't know about leaving my house, but somebody needs to pack it. What do you mean? Somebody needs to pack, because I ain't going nowhere. I hate moving, but other people can move.
That's another thing, Kitty, right there though, too. People that hate dating, hate moving, things like that, that plays a toll on a lot of people that are in these situations and don't want it's overwhelming. Yeah. It is overwhelming. And we rather not go through all that, so we stay. Even if the couple is in a separate rooms in the house, we end up staying.
But I don't know. We do. Mm-hmm. We do end up staying, baby girl. But I will say this: if you have to stay, I need you to make it so uncomfortable for that other person that they want to pass. I don't condone violence at all. I'm not saying being violent let me be clear. Do not be violent. Don't keep your hands to yourself.
Y'all, she's saying
However,
like pass gas in every room, do all of that stuff, get on their nerves, pluck their nerves, is what she's saying. But don't be violent. You can be playful
a
about it.
meal, I would just be cooking for me. I would cook a meal for me. I would only wash my clothes. I would only clean up after myself. It would be turn it into a roommate situation, and the kitchen. And I'm not talking about the one where the stove and the refrigerator is at. The kitchen is closed.
Sparkle Kick said, I will cut on all the lights in the middle of the night. Yeah, you just got to annoy them.
You know what?
We're not condoning this, y'all. We just saying, if you got to stay, if you got to stay, focus on you, because that does set an example of how what you're just no longer going to tolerate. Stop sleeping in that same bed with that person. Start making meals just for you and your kids. If y'all have kids, really start to isolate yourself, but in a healthy way, and start looking out for you more. Okay. Yeah. Right. For entertainment purposes only. These are only suggestions.
Okay.
But absolutely, Kitty's absolutely right. They will get uncomfortable because they're going to come to you and have a conversation. Well, is there any food left? Oh, you didn't cook for me? Oh, now we're opening the door for some dialogue. Now
let's cooking for each other now. I thought you.
Yeah. Oh, you know who I am? You like my food?
You want me to cook?
You never complimented.
Are you sure you want to eat my food? Is what I'd ask. You sure you want to eat my food?
Because I might have put something in it.
I ain't say that. Now we are not telling people to put anything in anybody's food. WKRA 92.7.
F1 in the chat. F1
y'all, Holly Springs and Memphis do not. I better not find a story about anybody in Holly Springs or Memphis putting anything in anybody's food. Because I'm gonna come back to Coach Nikki and talk to her. And she's gonna get a demerit.
I'm the problem. Y'all scratch that. We're gonna Raven, please scratch that from the
But I will say this. The other night when I was about to go to bed, and I was telling my husband, look, turn the TV off because you may not have to get up early in the morning, but I do. And he was like, well, when you get up early in the morning, don't turn on all the lights. And I said, well, turn the TV off. And he was like, well, I'm still watching this. And I laid there for a second. I said, when I wake up, I'm turning on every single light in the room. I'm talking a room light. I'm talking bed light. I'm talking a nightstand. I'm talking my vanity. And I'm going to turn on the bathroom lights. And he just looked at me. And guess what? About 5 minutes later, that TV turned off because he know I'm going to do it. But we joke around like that. And, we've been together for it'll be 32 years this month. We've been married for 27. So, we have that relationship, and that's what you want to get to. We can laugh at it. Now, if I were serious, I would have got up and turned on all them lights. But I'm not going to do that. You can have fun with this and learn your partner.
Yeah.
Especially if that partner is trying to learn you. Yeah. So we're not saying go out there and break up with your dude because you've done seen 3 red flags. No, we're saying that if the red flags are something that you cannot excuse, don't. But if there's something that you guys can both work through, because guess what?
Yeah.
Just like you were noticing red flags, he's noticing red flags about you as well. Mm-hmm. But have that conversation with your spouse and see if you guys can come to a happy medium. That's what I suggest, a happy medium.
Yes.
Because red flags can open up that conversation and either hurt your relationship so that you know that, okay, this is not where I want to be, or help your relationship. Mm-hmm. So you can say, oh, you know what? Let me make sure that I'm not putting our relationship in a position where you're not happy and I'm not happy.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Sparkle said, I don't have any. I am perfect.
You know what, Miss Sparkle,
thank you.
I need you to stop lying. I need you to stop that lying. Hold on, y'all. All of a sudden, my TikTok started playing music. I swear TikTok is on one. Do y'all hear the music too?
It won't let me use my background today. That's why I'm like,
Well, you know, TikTok is toxic and as usual. Let me try and do it this way. Toxic is toxic. Ooh, it kicked me right on out the live. Oh, well.
What?
Oh, man. It shut my live down.
Okay, just when you open it back up, it'll say resume. It's just
Nope.
because I still see you.
It's still, you still see me? Okay, let me try.
Just pause.
Live now. Watch live.
I still see people in here. Sparkle said Jesus told me that. What is happening? Music just started.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was on my end.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
it's toxic. There's nothing we can do about it.
Let me say
Toxic has
something.
been acting like this. So
Anything.
let's continue the show on YouTube.
Okay.
Let me just send everybody a message.
I'll say something really quickly too, because they said they can't hear.
YouTube let them know YouTube kicked me. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So if you are dealing with a red flag that you and your spouse can actually work through, then work through it. If you are dealing with the crazy and you know that this is just not where you want to be, don't be there. We have one life. There's only going to be one March 15th, 2026. There's nothing that we can do about that, what's happened today. But you can do something about March 15th, 2027. Because there's not, you know, life is crazy at times, and you just got to say, I'm going to do better. I'm going to want better, and I'm going to do better. Yeah, it completely kicked me out. And not only did it kick me out, not only did it kick me out, it's telling me, anyway, Nikki's going to keep talking and inviting folks over to our YouTube channel because, of course, we are duo recording. So, Nikki, last red flag, because we're right at the end of the show, and TikTok did save us.
Can y'all hear Kitty? Can y'all hear her now? Because I have her. So,
no,
you can't hear me either?
No, they can't hear you either. It's TikTok completely took YouTube down. I mean, TikTok is completely down on our
It's still playing. I'm still looking at myself.
It's yeah, but it's down. Let's continue on YouTube, sis. So, what's your final red flag, and then we can go ahead and do our affirmations.
Oh, I've got a few of those. So maybe I should read through those.
Read through them.
You ready?
I am.
Okay, so I got some really cute ones. I think Morningstar's trying to come up really quickly. Let me close this off. Okay, so the first one, this is the main affirmation, and then we'll do some like little short chant ones. But the main affirmation is, can you do the honors, please?
Bow your eyes and close your head.
Okay. I trust my intuition and I honor what I see. I no longer ignore the signs that protect my peace. I choose relationships that respect my heart, my boundaries, and my worth. This next chant, I trust what I see. I trust what I feel. I no longer ignore red flags. I protect my peace and honor my worth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I got one more. No, two more actually. I release the need to overlook what hurts me. My awareness is my protection. My boundaries are my strength, and I deserve love that feels safe, consistent, and real.
Love that.
And the next one, the last one. Oh, I love this one. This might be my favorite one. I will never again abandon myself just to keep someone else.
Ooh. Love it, love it, love it.
Ooh, I got chills.
Yes. I love that one especially. Now, I have one that I want to read.
Yes.
Today, I have faith. Today, I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. Anything is possible. We were created for greatness, and anything is possible as long as we put our right foot in front of the left foot and keep going. Don't let anybody trip you up. Those red flags are there for a reason. You can talk it out. You can figure it out, you can get through it, or you can't. You have two options. You can either get through it and deal with it or not. It's completely up to you. And with that being said, I hope everyone takes heed. I hope everyone understands that sometimes life will give you um, obstacles, but you're not being denied. Those obstacles may be saving you, and they're just delayed. And when we stop thinking that God's not answering or things aren't going in my favor right now, and we start believing that, hey, maybe things will go in my favor, just give it a chance because I'm not in control of everything. God is in control. I think we'll be all right. What's your final words, Miss Nikki? And take your time. We got a few minutes. You're on mute, number one. So yeah.
I said, take your time, Pastor. That's what you made me think of. But y'all, we're paying attention. Let's be hyper focused on red flags. And this is in every area of y'all's lives. Okay. I understand that people have bad days. So not everything is a red flag. Sometimes people just ain't in the mood. You know what I mean? But understand it as that. But trust your intuition, trust your gut feeling, trust when you are feeling like you're being devalued. That is my best example, my best way of allowing someone or helping someone recognize when a red flag is being thrown their way or when a red flag is waving. When you're being devalued, we can have bad days and say things that we don't mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowed. That's human. But what comes behind that is what's important. Are we apologizing to the people that we hurt in the midst of our own pain? However, I want you to pay attention to times where you feel like you're not being valued. There's also times where you don't have the best days and you might feel ultra sensitive to some things. It happens to me once a month. So pay attention to that, and we do this by self-checks. Check in with you. Am I okay today? Like I used to go, am I okay today? Did I eat? Do I have a headache? Do I need the bathroom? Like what's going on with me? Because sometimes I may be snappy and I might be the problem. I might be hyper-focused on things maybe going wrong. So I just want you to pay attention. Are you truly being devalued in a situation? And if you are, that's a red flag and identify it as such.
Yes, that sounds like, am I the problem? And sometimes I might be. Sometimes I might not. So let me tell this to my family and friends in Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee. Life is crazy. Life is lifing. Take your time. Get to know people and value yourself more than you value anybody else. If you can't love you, you're unable to love anybody else. I hope everyone has a fabulous week. I hope everyone can understand that our journey is every step of the way, and we continue to go and we continue to grow. And I want everyone to take the time to love yourself. Love you, because if you can't love you, no one else will. Have a wonderful week. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Veterans Voice, where we have our vets, our resident vets. We have Viper Vet and we have DC. And we are going to talk, I think we're talking about a young lady who got a citation for using her phone in Florida. Florida is a trip.
Say what? Florida is a trip. We drove this a long time ago, but we drove to Miami one time. This is while I was married to my husband. Drove to Miami a long time ago. We had tinted windows on our car. I'll never drive to Florida again. That was the longest trip ever. But we get pulled over by a state trooper, and he goes, "Roll your window down just a little bit." And I'm like, we had checked to make sure that there were no tint laws before we came because our tints it was 5%, 5% tint. I knew it was black. And then we in there. This is when D4L came out with the Laffy Taffy album. That's way time ago. We burnt that. We burnt that CD up, okay, there and back. And so we're like, oh, what's the problem? He said, just roll your window down. I'm like, okay. And he puts the monitor on to test the tint, and he tells us what percentage it was. We were aware because we checked before we left. And I said, y'all don't have any laws out here. When I said that, he was like, I know, I just wanted to see how dark it was. I was like, okay, y'all
doing too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, you're doing a little too much.
It's too much. Yeah, but they are a trip. Florida
Yeah.
is a trip.
So we will find out, and Viper Vet is going to come with a slew of videos. I'm gonna take my blood pressure pill before the show. You guys enjoy this day. Bundle up. I hear it's gonna be cold. I told y'all the weather, so it's gonna be cold. In Holly Springs and Memphis, we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful Monday. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
Thank you all.
As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.